I don't know if you guys know this, but Markiplier recently went to Korea to visit his extended family there. Although Mark's dad is German, his mom is Korean. So he's, one of those interesting hybrid people. Another interesting thing about Mark that he's talked about is his brother, Thomas Fischbach, actually makes a webcomic, a furry webcomic called Two Kinds. And I don't usually like furry webcomics, but this webcomic has earned a place on my webcomics page, and I think it is actually really incredible. So anyway, Thomas went with Mark when they went to Korea to visit extended family, and Thomas made this really cool little quickie sketch of two of the main characters from his webcomic in traditional Korean dress, standing in front of some kind of gate to, I think, a palace. It kind of looks a little bit like the Emperor's Palace in Korea to me. But getting to the point here, I have actually gone to Korea myself, and I made a long LiveJournal post about it. And seeing some of the stuff that Markiplier brought back from Korea made me a little bit nostalgic for my own time that I spent in Korea, that I was very, very lucky to be able to spend in Korea. I want to emphasize so much that, this was the trip of a lifetime, and I was just incredibly lucky that someone else foot the bill for me, because I would have never been able to afford going there myself. And particularly having native guides who knew everything, well, not everything, but a huge amount about Seoul and about Korea was an incredible experience for me. So I want to show you just the first couple pictures from my travel slides when I went to Korea and the pictures I took. And then if you guys are interested in looking at my pictures, I'm going to drop the link to this LiveJournal post. Yeah, I'm so old I have a LiveJournal. You can make fun of me if you want. It won't be anything I haven't heard 10,000 times before. So without further ado, let me show you my pictures entitled Seoul, the Gestalt. I chose this particular image as a summary of my time in Korea because I felt it most actually captures the gestalt or complete whole of both Seoul specifically and Korea in general. In this picture, we see an extremely traditional Asian structure, the building in which the emperor used to perform his day-to-day work, sitting right in the middle of a modern metropolis of steel and glass skyscrapers. At first, I considered this contrast between the ancient and the modern to be a dichotomy, two things that were sharply divided. But the more time I spent in Seoul and Korea, the more I began to see these two aspects running in parallel to each other as sort of a duality. But by the end of the week and a half, I at last came to regard the old and the new here as a unified whole, completely integrated with each other, or a gestalt. This dichotomy, duality, and gestalt of the ancient and the modern is a theme that will be seen many times during this pictographic journey through the city of Seoul and the country of Korea. I'll just do a couple quick slides here. We flew in through SFO, and the weather was amazing. I'd never seen SFO that nice. We got to Incheon Airport, and they have disco escalators, which I thought were super cool. Incheon Airport is incredibly first world. You would probably never guess that a relatively small country like South Korea has an airport this modern, this enormous, and this incredible. And they even have you're reading that right, that says Korean Traditional Cultural Experience Center, right there in the airport. And right next to this Lancôme Genifique perfume ad. It's pretty amazing. If you ever get a chance to go to Incheon Airport, just the airport is incredible, and I would highly recommend just laying over in the airport just to see some of the shit that's there. But, there's a lot of less modern stuff there too. Remember, this is all about the sort of duality or dichotomy or gestalt of ancient and modern, which there's a tremendous amount of in Korea. This was the spare room where I was very, very kindly set up by my friend's parents. And when I got up in the morning, after flying in, it was obvious that we were just inside a cloud. I mean, we were just absolutely fogged in, and this picture doesn't even do it justice. And to show you how badly we were fogged in, let me show you what my hair looked like this day. Okay, that is what I normally have, wavy hair. My hair does not normally look like the Joker's, but it was so humid that day that this is what my hair looked like. So yeah, Anyway, this post goes on for quite a while, showing both the ancient and the modern parts of Korea, and Seoul specifically. And if you are interested in seeing more of this, then I would highly encourage you to hit the link down in the description. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's interesting. If you do ever get a chance to go to South Korea, I highly recommend it. And I hope you're having a good one. And stay salty, my friends.